Hey, y'all, come look at this.
Mike said he's going to give us a ride in this bad boy. Mike, you want to tell us about it?
All right, so this is actually one of our local customers. This is nothing crazy. It's one of our basic stage 3 setups. Now, he can still come back and add flex fuel to this. We just have to do our chassis fuel system upgrade and put in the flex fuel sensor, and we can crank it up from there. This motor is good for 600 horsepower, easy. Now this one has an 8374 in it, and it is a large street port.
Okay.
So it's actually extremely docile to drive. It's super smooth. You would have no idea that it would be capable of that, especially with the E85. It's just a very good driver's car. It's one of my favorites, 8374 basic. We do recommend that he goes up higher later. So it is a powder coated stage 3 motor that we did. It is clearance and balance rotating assembly with a large street port, and then has our engine fuel system and our ECU package. 8374 EFR with dual 38mm gates, and one of our version 1 intercooler setups. We do them a bit differently now, but this one still functions perfectly great.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
Temps don't ever get up on this thing. Like I said, it's just a fun car to drive. So let's go take it for a rip. We're going to take this puppy out, just do a couple nice little pulls with it. Introduce you guys to rotary life. The clutch in this is a McLeod Stage 4. So the clutch isn't too bad, not too chattery. So this one made about 428 horsepower conservative on very rich AFR. And here we go.
No way.
Yeah, so I mean, they don't weigh a lot.
Right.
You know, so when you get into them, you know, it's, you know, they're only 2,700 pounds, and I love it when people are like, oh, I want a 650 horsepower Street Fighter. And I was like, dude, it's not your buddy's Mustang, dude.
You're a douchebag. You're a douchebag.
I'm telling you right now, you don't need 650 horsepower in these cars.
Yeah.
They're very drivable and tame vehicles, and 450 horsepower is 10-second car all day long. And especially with a good responsive turbo, it just makes it a very good driver's car. We're gonna pull out here. We're not gonna get too crazy with it. It is a customer's vehicle, so we'll just do a couple nice rolling pulls. It's just a easy driver, you know, starts right up. Also, this thing still gets like 19 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
For a rotary, you know, and everyone says, oh, they're horrible in fuel. I was like, well, have you ever driven a Mustang?
You are a douchebag. That's right, a douchebag.
They're not exactly that great either. You know, so, but, you know, they're just a beautiful car to drive, super fun. I love them. Let's have a little fun. Let her spin up a little bit here. Nice little pull here.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, there's 100.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, there's 100. We're not going to get too crazy with it. It is a customer's vehicle, so.
Dumbass alert film. Yes.
So. getting used to those, you know, little squeaks and sounds and funny vibrations and stuff. We don't want that. We want it to be like a brand new car. Round 2 at full boost. So this should be about 16 pounds.
Oh my god! Wow!
That's 16 pounds.
Crazy!
Run down to the highway really quick and back. We got about half a tank.
Alright.
So I just wanted to make sure it's last run because it's going home tomorrow. We just finished tuning it the other day. But nice and easy. All stock, so the rear stock, axles are stock, transmission is stock, just has a refresh on the gearbox. Stage 4 McLeod clutch. Nothing crazy at all. It's actually pretty much stock. The only thing that we did was just do our electrical package, and of course Ryan Heinrich does the tuning for us remotely out of California, and he does just a tremendous job as far as getting everything dialed in on the motors. I build the motors. Like I said, this right here is just a large street port, my large street port. Very modest exhaust port. I like to keep the exhaust port pretty small. It allows for much quicker response. Also, the turbo will spool up harder and quicker by doing that. And then, of course, the street port just adds more air up top. So we want to make sure we keep our bottom end for our street cars. You know, these guys, they do these monstrous exhaust ports on these things, and yes, it helps up top to make, you know, that big number up top. We want, you know, someone pulls up next to you, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter how old you are. When someone pulls up to race you, you can be 50 or 60. You immediately turn into that 18-year-old kid again. All right. So, and you just get a big old grin, shit in a grin on your face as you look at the guy next to you, and you're like, today's the day. I'm gonna let him have it. You know, and now that kid with that souped up Civic or WRX or whatever is about to get all 450 rotary ponies, and he's gonna find out what an RX-7 really does. So, you know, but we're gonna make our way out here to the highway, do a little run down or run back. I'm also mainly just making sure that everything we've done to the car right now before we bring it back is working well. No little glitches or anything. It's been extremely smooth the whole time. Startup is really good, but we're gonna hit the cold start again tomorrow morning. So we will leave it outside tonight, locked up of course.
Come on! God damn it! You've got to be shitting me!
We'll come in first thing in the morning and we'll do a cold start with Ryan, our tuner, on the phone. So it is as cold as the motor can get to make sure that it's starting up, you know, within, you know, 1 to 2, 3 cranks max for the customer. And that's one thing that you have to do with these cars. You can't just bring it into a tuner and have a guy tune it. It doesn't work that way. You're not going to get everything. You're not going to get every variable. These ECUs need to see it in real time. So you want to make sure that you do proper cold starting. So typically we'll do the tuning, get everything right, get it starting okay, warm, good warm and all that stuff. That's easy because, you know, as long as you're running it, it's warm. But the next day, after you're done doing that full tune, you want to make sure that cold start from cold is right. Now, obviously, if you do a cold start and say, like right now, it's, you know, comfortable at 80 degrees every day, that cold start is only at about 60 degrees maybe right now. So come wintertime, Ryan will have to come back on. That's part of our tuning package that we offer, is Ryan's there for that extra support. Well, we didn't cold start it at, you know, 40, 50, you know, 30, 20 degrees, whatever it might be outside. And, you know, that's when Ryan will hop on and the customer will be like, well, it was a little harder to start today. And typically we'll tell the guys to call in on the coldest day and have Ryan redo the cold start first thing in the morning with that actual cold temperature, just to make sure that, you know, we have a good fluctuation. And we'll do the same too on the hottest day. So if it's 105 out, we'll make sure that they call Ryan and have him get that hot start of that temperature where it should be. And we just make sure that, you know, the cars are very well rounded. These are street cars. We want no problems. We want guys to hop in and just go.
I smell bullshit.
Just enjoy it and have fun. And that's what driving's all about. You know, you don't want all the trouble, because then you just lose interest with the car, and you don't want it. And then that's when you see guys posting their project car that they finally got up and running. They keep it for 6 months and then they sell it because they just don't like it, or they're bored with it, or for whatever reason they get rid of it. And we have a very, very slow bus getting on in here on the highway. So I'm gonna drop the gear. Yeah, we're gonna roll.
Construction zones have reduced speed limits for good reason. To protect workers and pedestrians, it's crucial to slow down, follow the posted speed limit, and pay attention to construction signs and road markings.
There we go. Some clear traffic here. Beautiful day for a cruise. Good temps. For a nice little one more rip here.
What the fuck?
Rotary ponies.